Hi guys, it's Texas Tiff here tonight. I am coming to you with an amazing new company that has just opened right here in Salina. I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Mark Gilbaugh. How are you, Mr. Gilbaugh?
I'm great. Thank you for having me on the Texas Tiff Show.
For those of you who know us, and most of you probably do at this point, this is also my high school sweetheart. We've been married now for over 25 years. He's also my producer for our show. He's
Yep.
my
Oh,
encourager.
we normally have lower thirds right here with the Texas Tiff logo on the bottom.
It's okay. Our co-producer. There it is. All right. Looks
Great,
good.
great job. Thanks,
She's doing that
Abby.
great. It's all good. It's all good. Well, we just wanted to let you guys in on a little new adventure that we are embarking on. So, Mark, tell us a little bit about what we are about to do.
Yep, we are starting a new company. It's MedHawk Pool and Patio. So we're very excited to be servicing the Salina, Prosper area, and maybe Frisco and McKinney. We'll see how that works out. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, MedHawk, tell me a little bit about where that name comes from.
Well, sure. I mean, when I was in Iraq, we were one of the first medevac companies in theater, and so when they assign call signs to every aviation unit, they're trying to do something so that people understand who you are, what your role is. So they use medevac and Black Hawk. They put them together for MedHawk, and my call sign in Iraq was MedHawk 24. So each pilot in command gets their own call sign. So that's kind of followed us, and we have a lot of MedHawk things. My license plate on my car is MedHawk, so it's just kind of been our
Kind of who we
thing.
are a little bit. Yeah.
And we're passionate about helping veterans, and so as the company grows and we can hire veterans, then that's part of the goal is to help veterans.
I love it.
It's kind of a military themed.
Okay, so
business.
since we mentioned Iraq, you have a very unique first pool.
Yes.
Can you tell us about your
yes.
first pool? I think we even have some pictures that we can show you.
I think we do have
of
some
his
pictures.
very first pool. Okay, tell us what we're seeing here.
Yep. That's my butt when it was in shape. And
yeah, you're looking pretty good there, babe.
Yep, and we were scooping dirt and putting them in these big HESCO baskets. You can see it's kind of like a metal basket with like a felt material inside, and you just pile dirt in there, and it holds back any bombs or or bullets.
Devices.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So
What's the next picture? Oh, okay. Ooh, that's
Yep.
pretty big.
So you can see there's those outer HESCO baskets that I was cleaning up the dirt around, and then there's this inner set that actually became the retaining wall for the.
Oh, you can see your Black Hawk back there too.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. The
Yeah.
red cross on it. Awesome.
So here we are dropping a liner in there. So basically what we did is we went to the dump, and
You were dumpster diving in Iraq.
we were dumpster diving.
cool.
Yep. So we found this water blivet that used to hold 50,000 gallons and had like a little tear in the corner, and so some unit threw it away, and we went and got it out and used it for our liner. So this project started as a fire suppression system. There were no fire trucks or anything at the base, and so we had originally started building this in order to hold water so that if there was an aircraft accident on the pad, we could have our own little fire department.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
So we had hoses going out there and everything. So here we are stretching the liner inside, and go ahead next. And here we are getting the sand and dust out. That didn't last very long because like 2 days later, some dust storm just deposited 3 feet of dirt in the bottom.
Wow.
And there we are filling it up. So it took 3 of those 5,000 gallon water trucks to fill it up. So
wow.
it was
a lot of water.
15,000.
Clean looking too.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was a 15,000 gallon fire suppression system.
Right. Okay.
And once it had water in it, the guys thought that looked pretty attractive. So they went for a
Look
swim.
at you. Is this what's gonna happen when we go into the pool business right here?
Yep.
We're both gonna get this. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that. Okay,
tan
let's do
and
that
in
again.
shape.
Okay.
Perfect. We're gonna roll back the clock 20 years. So.
I like it.
Okay, perfect.
That's awesome. Okay, so the guys enjoyed that just a little. It's like what 130 degrees over there, something crazy like
Yep.
that. You guys had to be in uniform. Okay, very cool. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, so new to this industry makes a lot of people nervous. So explain to me why. So why would somebody want to come to a brand new pool company? Tell us what.
Well, for one thing, we'll take your phone call. So
That's a good thing.
that's a good start, right? So, people aren't going on their European vacation with COVID, and they decided to stay home and spend their money on their own backyard oasis
Yeah.
instead of traveling the world.
Using
So,
someone else's. That's cool.
because of that reason, because of COVID, all the pool companies in the area are overwhelmed. One of the companies here in the area used to get 15 leads a week. They're now getting more than 50 a day. So they just can't return all the phone calls, handle all the traffic.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. We'll take your phone call. We do have an incredible build manager, though, who has built over 3,000 pools and structures for us.
He's been in the industry like almost 30 years.
Yeah, he's
I
been in the
think.
industry
Yeah,
almost
long
30
time.
years.
Yeah.
And
So,
so
best of best.
we're in capable hands. We've got at least 4 contractors in every area of the construction phase. And then you've got, me and the administrative team. We're going to help you with, designing, quoting, building out your
And
dream
communicating
backyard.
through the process. That's the thing I see the most with my friends and people that I see on Facebook. Is just like they don't communicate. I don't know what's happening this week or next week. It takes forever. So tell us some other things about what's going to make you stand above the rest of all of the competitors in the area.
Well, besides communicating with our customers, there are several things in the build process that the potential customers, potential pool owners should know about. So one of the things is during the dig process is hitting rock.
Okay.
So there's a whole list of items that customers are bound to run into. And so when you got that initial quote, you were thinking, okay, this is an all-inclusive price.
Right. But it's not.
Probably not.
So I'm going to go out and get a loan because most people don't have this kind of cash just laying around.
Right.
And you're telling me that's not going to be the final number.
Right. You're going to go get a second on your house or a personal loan for something close to $100,000 to go build a pool in your yard. And then we've got this whole list of unexpected costs that you're going to run into. So
Tell me about some of these costs.
The first one we talked about was hitting
rock.
rock.
Okay.
So, this...
Why does that cost more? I don't understand why hitting rock would cost.
Well, it's the amount of tool time on site. So you've got an excavator on site, and they budgeted that excavator is going to be able to dig your pool in 6 hours.
Because it's just dirt.
Well, because they're trying to get 2 pools done in a day.
Okay.
So we rent that piece of equipment for a full day, trying to get 2 pools done. If you go over 6 hours, because we dug through the clay and underneath that was rock, then now I can't get to that second pool today. So now I charge you overtime.
Okay, because we've hit rock and now we're
because
having
we have to hit rock.
Okay.
And so, one of our friends just down the street, her pool, they came up and said, hey, we hit rock, it took us an extra 3 hours. We need you to write us a check for $700.
Whew.
So that's $700 she wasn't planning on.
I can do that.
And then
wow, okay.
They're not going to proceed through the process until you write that check for $700.
Wow.
And it's just a tiny little blurb in the contract that just says, if we hit rock or if dig time takes more than 6 hours, you're responsible for the overcharges.
Ouch. Okay. What are some other things that could potentially come up?
We have another friend who needed to put in a retaining wall. So she was asking about, the slope of the terrain and, hey, are we going to need to put in a retaining wall? And throughout the process, the contractor said no. And then at the very end, they said, you know what? We are going to have to put in a retaining wall and we need another $3,000.
That was not included in the quote.
It's not included in the quote, no.
Oh my gosh.
So you can see how these little charges start
That's not little, that's a big number.
Another one is oftentimes the internet gets cut. So,
and that's a major issue right now when everybody working from home.
Yeah, everybody's working from home.
You don't have internet, you are dead in the water for
right.
however long
Your
it takes.
kids can't watch the shark song or
no baby shark today.
No baby shark, right? So you're like tethering to your phone. Meanwhile, people don't realize that when you cut the internet line, if you do the damage, then you're responsible to pay to get it fixed.
Sure.
AT&T is not going to cover those expenses. They're going to bill you for the cost of running a new fiber
that they cut
and splicing it in that your pool company cut.
Okay.
Right. So in your contract, it says that you're responsible for all the damage. Another very common one is the sidewalk and the curb out front. We're rolling heavy machinery over. And so if you don't put down plywood or something to protect that, often that heavy machinery will mess up,
Crack the
crack the concrete. And
Okay.
so the city won't give you your occupancy permit and let you use the pool until you pay to get that concrete and curb out front restored. It's very common.
And the pool company's going to charge you extra for that.
No, they're going to say that's not part of the hole in the ground. You're responsible for going in to find another
Oh
contractor
my gosh.
to get them to come in, and that contractor has no
Backed
tie
up,
to the project.
Right. Yikes.
And so they've got to come in and come fix that concrete out front.
Okay.
Let's see. So we've got that. Another one is restoring the sod and the landscaping back to your yard. So after that heavy equipment has torn up your whole yard and messed everything up,
And you have a mud hole.
and you've got this big mud
Yeah,
pit around your beautiful hole in the ground, they walk away and leave, and you're now responsible for thousands of dollars of sod. It's
Or landscaping company.
could
coming
be
in
yeah, it
doing
could be $3 to $5 a square foot to get them to come back and put new sod
That
in
adds
your
up
yard.
fast. Very, very fast.
Let's see. Then fixing the sprinklers. So you've got here in Texas, we've got sprinklers in the backyard to keep the grass green. You've got to get those sprinklers capped. And then after all the damage is done and they've driven all over all your sprinkler heads, you need somebody to come through and make sure the remaining sprinkler zones don't have any leaks, that all the heads work. That's at least $1,000, usually about $1,200.
And they've got to call another contractor to come out. and
You've
do
got to
that.
call another company to come fix your yard
Okay.
and restore your sprinklers.
So you're telling me then what about the water in the pool?
Well,
Where does that
I
come
was
from?
just going to say, that's the final shocker at the end, is that just when you think like, okay, all the expenses are over, I survived the pool building process, take a deep breath, we can do it. Then you get your water bill in the mail, which is usually between $1,500 and $2,500.
Holy cow.
So that's another $2,500 you probably weren't thinking about.
No, of course not.
That you've got to come up with. And of course, if you don't pay the water company within 15 days, they're just going to shut you off.
You can flush your
You
toilet.
can't go to the bathroom anymore. So,
Gosh.
you can see that this is easily an extra $10,000
Out of your pocket.
out
that
of
you
your
didn't-
pocket that you didn't plan for, you didn't get the loan for, you didn't realize was going to be a part of this process. But because each of these pool contractors is trying to get you the lowest competitive bid and they're just fighting on price, then they're going to give you the lowest thing they can slide through, not telling you about all these other hassles that are going to come through the process.
So that's what's going to set you guys apart, is this will all be very clear. And
This will be included
all of that will be
in
included.
our quote and our price. So
Okay.
this is our differentiator. We want you, on the day that you sign the last paperwork accepting the pool, we want you to be able to walk out your backyard, jump in, take a swim, and enjoy your
Well, and not just a
oasis.
hole in the ground. We want it to be, it's a complete project.
a completed
It
project.
is not muddy. It's not yuck. It's beautiful and complete.
Just like what you see on those TV shows, right? You watch the pool builder TV shows, and at the end, it's like the big reveal.
Oh, are we
and
gonna stick around and jump in and?
I don't know if I'll be swimming in your pool, but
Not on purpose anyway.
you'll get the big reveal with the beautiful backyard oasis you've been dreaming about.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming and sharing tonight. We're very excited to be a part of this industry and to get to live on Texas a little bit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Meet
really
some new
cool.
friends, help out some more
So
people.
where did you come up with this? What made you want to go into the pool business? You've done helicopters, you're computer guy. What made you want to do pools now?
I've been in several companies that are trying to revolutionize and change the world, and that's really hard.
And very expensive.
And expensive. So I was watching, one of the kids' movies. It's a Disney movie called Robots, and the guy talks about see a need, fill a need. And I thought, well, we've got plenty of people on Prosper Mom saying, I want a pool, I can't get anybody to return my calls. And I just started looking around, asking around, trying to find some resources, and I found this amazing construction manager who's going to help our projects turn into realities.
So make some happy people right here in Texas.
So we're
We
gonna
get to be a part of it.
help out some Texans.
Very cool. All right. Well, we're going to pop that back up real quick there. So you will have our information. I keep saying our. I mean, I guess I am, but
It's MedHawk
it's
Pool and
MedHawk
Patio.
Pool and Patio, MedHawkPools.com. 800 numbers right there on the screen. We would love to hear from you. If you just want to get a quote, we can do that for you as well. We look forward to hearing from you guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight. If you have any questions, be sure and post them below, and we will get right back to you. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks again.